Hey guys, welcome back. This is part 3 of our procedural creation series, and we're gonna continue where we left off in part 2. So today we're gonna go ahead with the secondary layer of our design, which is these parts. This in kind of interior parts of the design. So yeah, let's get started. So to make this design here, I'm gonna focus on only on this one at first. So we are gonna start with our window design, which we already have, uh, uh, which we did in part 2, and we're gonna try to add that kind of these shapes to it. So this is where we left off, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this much um, until we had this, and I'm gonna take this much nodes. I'm gonna duplicate them, and yeah. So what we have to do is we have to, instead of the um, the top part going like this, we have to kind of make it go like this. Okay. So we actually need to have a set of circles for that. Right now we are only using one circle like this. So actually what we need is we need another circle for this. So I'm gonna duplicate this, right? And I'm gonna add it with a blend node, until we have this at the end. So I'm gonna add a transform now to this, so that we can move it like that. So I'm gonna take our previous circle. I'm gonna delete the transformation. I'm gonna add a fresh one, and let me just disable this so that we can see what we're doing. So I'm gonna pull it down. I'm also gonna scale it down a bit, and so that we have something like, I think, a bit more. Yeah, and oops, let's have a reference. Okay, I think it should be a bit bigger. I'm gonna match it with the rectangle here, and now I'm gonna see how our new circle looks like. So I'm gonna scale it down, and I'm gonna pull it up, scale it down a bit more, and with transform node I'm gonna just push it to the right a bit, so that we have that pointy uh, the top part. So yeah, I think that's we are getting there, and yeah, that should work. Let's try and see it. So first I'm gonna duplicate that again, so that we have that original window shape. Yeah, this one. And so I'm gonna add a edge detect to this, and I'm also gonna add an edge detect to this, right? And now I'm gonna blend these two and see how it's blending. Okay, so we can see that the positioning is a bit off, so we're gonna have to fix that. So I'm gonna take the take it down just a bit. I'm also gonna take down our previous um, circles. I should also scale them down a bit more, I think. Cool. So that's this design here, and I'm gonna call it done for now. So now we need to actually go ahead and splatter um, this. So I'm gonna take a circular splatter again. Put it to image input, and I'm gonna blend it with the with our main design to see how it looks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a dot node here. It's actually, I think it's not a node, it's just a dot. I'm gonna name it primary design primary, so that I know that, okay, this from anything upstream of this is actually just the primary design, and I can treat it that way, right? In designer, in I think in after 2023, this dot is actually working as a radio um, transmitters. The way that works is you actually can connect to this, but you don't need to specifically add a line like this. So for example, if I want this details, the primary design, I can just have a dot node somewhere else, and I can input that portal like this. So from here on out, I have the information that's coming from this stream here, but it doesn't actually show me the connections. So it's really useful that I can just access certain bits of information from anywhere in my graph, and I'm not gonna see that annoying line everywhere. So that's pretty neat, right? So I'm gonna take a blend node here, and I'm gonna see how the splatter is working with the primary design. So put it to screen, and so yeah, we can see that it doesn't align properly, and that's uh, primarily because we have the wrong pattern amount. It should be 12. Then we're gonna tweak some values as always, radius, and if you can see that it's not gonna align properly because the petals go this way, and the pattern goes this way. So what we're gonna have to do is after this, or before the edge detect, we're gonna have to, I think after this only, we're gonna have to use a trapezoid transform grayscale, like just like we did for the petals shape. So I'm gonna view this, and first I should set the scale, right, and fix this all of these intersections. Just need to tweak the bottom stretch. We might also need to decrease the top stretch for it to fix nicely. So yeah, that fits really nicely with our design here, and yeah, uh, yeah, yeah. So that was a part of this design. Now, as you can see that there are two of these um, above this one. So you can just do a circular splatter for 24 instead of 12, but there is a problem with with every after every two of these um, there's actually a bit of a gap for this, and then there are two of these. So actually what you might need to do here is treat the both of these as a pair, and so you're gonna have to set a pair of these, and then do a circular splatter with 12 patterns. So that's what we are gonna do here. So we have this made, right? So we don't need to make it again. So what we can do is we can just do a transform 2D and a mirror 2D. um, Mirror, let's just put it here. Yeah, mirror grayscale. So that we have a pair, a proper pair of it, right? I'm also gonna scale it down just a bit so that it's more manageable that way. Yeah, so that's the pair. And then I'm gonna do a circular splatter on this. And so that you can see we had a pair of these, and we have a pattern of pairs. So now we can just do the same. We can just blend it with the primary and see how it looks. Okay, so let's just do the tweaking again. 12 and radius, and also we gotta use the trapezoid again, right? So a bit of less radius, and the trapezoid should make them fit nicely. Awesome. That is exactly kind of the result that we wanted. Now a few things to keep in mind. You may not want this line, and a bit of I think tweaking here is required to shift this up. But so to do that, all you have to do is just after the mirror grayscale, you can just have a blend node here and set it to subtract. Subtract. And you can have a circle or a square or anything, and you can just use that to kind of delete the bottom lines of this. So yeah, might need to tweak that a bit. That's good. Now we need to have this. We already have this. If you remember, we made this in the very beginning. This shape here. I'm gonna take it until here, because this transform 2D could break the symmetry, because we didn't set it mathematically correctly. We just eyeballed it. So I'm gonna take this much nodes here, and I'm gonna use this here. And so what I should do probably is, instead of having two blend nodes here to see it with the primary, we should just ideally have one blend node here, and we should blend them here, so that the secondaries are all together and the primaries are all together, and we are just blending them to just kind of preview the stuff. We are not actually going to go ahead and use the entire design, a blended design. We're going to use the primary and the secondary in layers later on in the material section. So make sure you're not blending them with each other just randomly, otherwise it will create a problem for you. So I'm gonna blend these two like this. And so what I'm doing essentially is I'm keeping my secondary design layer together, and I'm gonna blend them together, but I'm not gonna permanently blend them with the primary layer. So yeah, just this is just for preview. This blend node is for preview only. So I'm gonna put a circular splatter. There's really nothing new in the design areas. Whatever nodes I used, most probably I'm gonna use those nodes only. So you can go ahead and skip these parts. So I'm just gonna place things um, in their appropriate place. Right. Increase the scale and gonna blend it with the main design layer. Right. Pattern mount 12. Scale to 3, I guess, or or 5. And that fits perfectly. Cool. All right. I think the last thing to do here is this 3 clover. So we also made this one. It's here it is. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna use this here. Blend 3. Let's increase the radius and let's increase the scale. Also, I want to adjust uh, this design a bit, so I'm gonna increase the radius like this. Yeah, that's more like it. I'm gonna reduce the edge width, right, like that, and I'm gonna reduce the splatter radius. It doesn't touch this it like this. And that's because we increased the scale a bit. It has come back to haunt us. So I'm gonna take a trapezoid, transform grayscale, and that should do the trick. Yeah, if we put it to negative value, that should make it touch. And that's that. All right. So guys, that's our secondary designs done, and that's our primary that we made, and we can see that we are pretty much there in terms of design. There are some elements of design which I'm not gonna show you, which are outside of the circle. These are pretty much just um, everything that we have covered so far is enough for creating these shapes, and we just have to place it outside. So so yeah, and let's move on to the materials in the next part. See you there. Thank you so much for watching.